A Sunday school teacher was teaching her class about the difference between right and wrong. "All right, children, let's take another example," she said. "If I were to get into a man's pocket and take his wallet with all his money, what would I be?" Little Johnny raises his hand, and with a confident smile, he blurts out, "You'd be his wife." "Honey," said this husband to his wife, "I invited a friend home for supper." "What? Are you crazy? The house is a mess, I haven't been shopping, all the dishes are dirty, and I don't feel like cooking a fancy meal." "I know all that." "Then why did you invite a friend for supper?" "Because the poor fool's thinking about getting married." A man is driving with his wife at his side and his mother-in-law in the back seat. The women just won't leave him alone. His mother-in-law says, "You're driving too fast." His wife says, "Stay more to the left." After 10 mixed orders, the man turns to his wife and asks, "Who's driving this car, you or your mother?" A young man hired by a supermarket reported for his first day of work. The manager greeted him with a warm handshake and a smile, gave him a broom and said, "Your first job will be to sweep out the store." "But I'm a college graduate," the young man replied indignantly. "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that," said the manager. "Here, give me the broom, I'll show you how." A husband and wife are sitting on the couch watching TV. The wife looks at the husband and he is staring at the ceiling above her head. She looks up and asks, "What are you staring at?" "A spider," he replies. "I don't see anything." "Oh, it must have fallen on your head," he says calmly. The wife jumps up screaming. The man says, "While you're up, you mind getting me another beer?" A husband and wife were having dinner at a very fine restaurant when this absolutely stunning young woman comes over to their table, gives the husband a big kiss, says she'll see him later and walks away. His wife glares at him and says, "Who the hell was that?" "Oh," replies the husband, "she's my mistress." "Well, that's the last straw," says the wife. "I've had enough, I want a divorce." "I can understand that," replies her husband, "but remember, if we get a divorce, it will mean no more shopping trips to Paris, no more wintering in Barbados, no more summers in Tuscany, no more Infinities and Lexuses in the garage, and no more yacht club. But the decision is yours." Just then, a mutual friend enters the restaurant with a gorgeous babe on his arm. "Who's that woman with Jim?" asks the wife. "That's his mistress," says her husband. "Ours is prettier." The wife saw a pretty young woman sitting at a table and wearing the most gorgeous pair of shoes she's ever seen. "I'd like to know where that lady got those shoes," she said to her husband. The husband walked over to the young woman and asked, "Where did you get those shoes?" "I got them in a store just around the corner from here," replied the woman. "Nice. How much were they?" "Oh, around $300. "Thanks for letting me know." The husband returned to his table and said to his wife, "She got her shoes in Los Angeles." A husband and wife were grocery shopping when the husband picked up a case of Budweiser and placed it in the cart. "What do you think you're doing?" asked the wife. "It's on sale." "Only $10 for a case," he replies. "We can't afford it." "Put it back," demands the wife. They continue shopping and a few minutes later the wife puts a $20 jar of face cream into the cart. "What do you think you're doing?" asks the husband. "It's my face cream. It makes me look beautiful," replies the wife. "So does the Budweiser and it's half the price," retorts the husband. The judge looks sternly at the ex-wife. "Judge, why do you think you deserve custody of the child?" Ex-wife, "I brought him into this world so I should have custody of him." Judge, "That is a simple yet good reason." Then the judge looks towards the ex-husband. Judge, why do you think you deserve custody of the child, sir? The ex-husband thought long and hard about his response, after a brief moment of silence. He replies, "Ex-husband, if I put money into a Pepsi machine and a Pepsi comes out, is it mine or the machine's?" A burglar breaks into a home and holds the husband and wife in it hostage. At gunpoint, he forces the two to sit on chairs facing the opposite way, back to each other, and ties them to the chairs. The burglar slowly and methodically begins stealing from the house. When the burglar has taken everything of value, he gets ready to leave, the homeowners still bound to their chairs, when suddenly, the man yells at the burglar, "Please untie her, please, let her go." The thief responds with, "No, I'm not untying either of you so that the authorities get notified as late as possible. Don't worry, your neighbors will soon wonder why your lights are still on throughout the night and check in on you long before you succumb to dehydration." The man yet again pleads, "Please, just untie her, I'll do anything." The burglar once again explains his reasoning. "I need to get away with this crime, I'm sorry, I can't leave anything up to chance." The man shuffles his chair towards the burglar, in a state of mania, exclaims, "I'm begging you, man, just let her go, she won't call the cops, I promise." The burglar, still unwilling to budge, did find it quite touching how much his hostage cared about his wife. "Wow," he said, "you must really love your wife to beg me to untie her so desperately." "No," the man replied, in a state of frenzy, "my wife will be home in 15 minutes. A man and a woman go to the bank to look into getting a mortgage. Suddenly armed robber enters the bank. Whilst getting the money, the robber puts a gun into the woman's face. The man wrestles the robbers down and is the hero of the hour. Then afterwards, when a reporter tries to interview him, he says, "I don't want to speak of it on camera." Is that because it's been traumatic seeing your wife in danger? Him, no, it's because if you air this she'll know I'm planning to leave her for her sister. A husband and wife went shopping together just before Christmas. The wife quickly noticed that her husband was missing, and because they had a lot to do, she called him on his cell phone. After the husband picked up the phone, his wife said, "Where are you? You know we have lots to do." He said, "You remember the jewelers we went into about 10 years ago, and you fell in love with that diamond necklace? I could not afford it at the time, and I said that one day I would get it for you." Little tears started to flow down her cheeks, and she got all choked up and said, "Yes, I do remember that shop," she replied. "Well, I am in the yo-yo shop next door to that." An attractive woman is browsing a jewelry shop when she suddenly sees a beautiful large diamond ring. At that moment, she lets out a quick and audible fart. Embarrassed, she tries to play it off and hopes no one heard. She turns and sees the salesman standing right nearby. A complete professional, the salesman says to her, "Good day, ma'am. Is there anything I can help you with?" The woman asks him, "Yes, this diamond ring, can you tell me how much it costs?" The salesman says, "Ma'am, if looking at the ring makes you pass gas, then you're going to shit when I tell you the price." After breakfast, the wife notices that her husband isn't dressed for church. "Why aren't you dressed for church?" "Simple. I'm not going." "Why not?" "Well, I'll give you 3 pretty good reasons why I'm not going. First of all, the church is cold in the morning. It's just cold. Second, no one there likes me. Everyone is always talking about me behind my back. And third, and most important of all, I just don't feel like going." "Well, I'll give you 3 pretty good reasons why you are going. First of all, the church isn't cold in the morning, it's warm. Second, I think, or I'm pretty sure, that there are some people there who do like you. And third, you're the minister, so get dressed." Little Johnny comes home from school and says that he got suspended. The father demands to know why. So little Johnny says, "Well, the teacher asked the class what 3 times 7 was, and I blurted out 21. The father then says, but that's the correct answer. Johnny says, I know, but the teacher then said okay, but what's 7 times 3 then? Confused, the father goes, what the F is the difference? And little Johnny goes, that's what I said. A young man comes to the confessional, forgive me, Father, I have sinned. I was with a woman of dubious morals. The pastor asks, is that you, Jimmy? Yes, it is I, Father. And who was this woman you talk about? I can't tell you that, Father. I wouldn't want to sully her name. I'll find out sooner or later, so it doesn't matter if you tell me now. Was it that girl Kathy Miller? I mustn't say. It was Mary Smith, wasn't it? I am not telling. Sally Rogers? I will be silent as a grave. How about Betty Teller, then? Father, do not ask, I won't betray her. Then it must have been Peggy Jones? Please, Father, I vowed to remain silent. The priest sighs reluctantly. You truly are determined, Jimmy. I almost have to admire you. But you have sinned and you have to do penance for it. You are not allowed to show your face in this church for 3 weeks. Now go in peace. Jimmy returns to his bench where his best friend greets him. Well, how was it? Great. What did you get? 3 weeks of vacation and 5 good tips. Hey, man. You didn't tell me, why didn't you get through with the wedding? To tell you the truth, I'm thinking about your wife all the time. What? You are. Chill out, man. Don't get it wrong. I'm just afraid that I might end up having the same bad luck as you had. 60,000 blondes meet in a center for a Blondes Are Not Stupid convention. The leader says, we are all here today to prove to the world that blondes are not stupid. Can I have a volunteer? A blonde gingerly works her way through the crowd and steps up to the stage. The leader asks her, what is 15 plus 15? After 15 or 20 seconds she says, 18. Obviously everyone is a little disappointed. Then 60,000 blondes start cheering, give her another chance. Give her another chance. The leader says, well, since we've gone to the trouble of getting 60,000 of you in one place and we have the world-wide press and global broadcast media here, I guess we can give her another chance. So he asks, what is 5 plus 5? After nearly 30 seconds she eventually says, 90? The leader is quite perplexed, looks down and just lets out a dejected sigh. Everyone is disheartened, the blonde starts crying and the 60,000 girls begin to yell and wave their hands shouting, give her another chance. Give her another chance. The leader, unsure whether or not he is doing more harm than good, eventually says, okay. Okay. Just one more chance, what is 2 plus 2? The girl closes her eyes, and after a whole minute eventually says, 4. Throughout the stadium pandemonium breaks out as all 60,000 girls jump to their feet, wave their arms, stomp their feet and scream. Give her another chance. Give her another chance. A Chinese doctor can't find a job in a hospital in the US, so he opens his own clinic and puts up a sign outside. Get treatment for $20, if not cured get back $100. An American lawyer thinks this is a great opportunity to earn $100 and goes to the clinic. Lawyer, I have lost my sense of taste. Chinese, nurse, bring medicine from box number 22 and put 3 drops in patient's mouth. Lawyer, this is kerosene. Chinese, congrats, your sense of taste is restored. Give me $20. The annoyed lawyer goes back after a few days to recover his money. Lawyer, I have lost my memory. I cannot remember anything. Chinese, nurse, bring medicine from box number 22 and put 3 drops in his mouth. Lawyer, annoyed, this is kerosene. You gave this to me last time for restoring my taste. Chinese, congrats. You got your memory back. Give me $20. The fuming lawyer pays him, and then comes back a week later determined to get back $100. Lawyer, my eyesight has become very weak, I can't see at all. Chinese, well, I don't have any medicine for that, so take this $100. Lawyer, staring at the note, but this is $20, not $100. Chinese, congrats, your eyesight is restored. Give me $20. Mr. Johnson had been waiting entirely too long at the doctor's office. His appointment was for 9 o'clock and it was nearly 10:30. Finally, an attractive nurse appeared at the waiting room door and said, "Let's go get a room." "Honey, I appreciate the offer," he said. "But I've been waiting so long I'd hate to lose my spot now." Hey there, I put a lot effort into making these videos, so please subscribe for more jokes and stay happy.